Joined by the first CEO of the PGA Tour, Rolapp. I'm going to start with the obvious. What drew you to this job?
Well, a lot drew me to this job. I think I've had the privilege of working at the NFL for a long time, but I think what drew me to this job is the strength of golf is a worldwide game, but also the strength of the PGA Tour. I think watching the level of competition, watching the rise in popularity of not only golf in general, but the PGA Tour has been a motivating factor. And these jobs don't come along very often, and the idea to sort of help move the PGA Tour to its next level makes me really excited.
Now, it said in the press release this morning that Jay Monahan plans to stay on, at least as a board member, through the end of 2026. What do you imagine your working relationship is going to be with Jay?
Well, I'm excited about that. I think Jay has a ton of experience that I don't have. I think day one I step in and I'm running the organization. Everybody reports to me and I report to the board. But having Jay there as a resource to help me, teach me things that maybe I'm not so familiar with. Golf is a complicated ecosystem, and I think he can offer a lot. I'm excited about that.
Not to pile too much on your first day of the job, but division remains a distraction in our sport. The fans and Fan Forward said they want reunification. What do you think that looks like, and how do you get there?
Well, I think the fans have spoken pretty clearly that they want the best golfers playing together, and I think as a fan, I want that too. Now, how that relates to the particular situation with Liv, I don't know. I'm new to the job, but I will say I have a clean sheet of paper when it comes to everything, including that. I think it's a complex situation. I think no less than two sovereign nations are involved in this discussion, so it's not easy. But I will say I have experience with complex situations, and anything I've learned, I'm going to apply to that situation and see what we can figure out.
Now, you have oversaw unprecedented growth with the NFL, both in fan interest and media interest from a marketing standpoint. I assume you see very similar growth potential for the PGA Tour. How do you get to that?
I do. I think I do see similar potential. I think, as I mentioned before, the game's global with a high participation rate. And I think it's starting from a great place. I think there's a few things, and I mentioned it before. I think the first thing is you focus on the game. The game needs to be strong. The fields need to be strong. The competition needs to be its best. That's what fans want. If you take care of that, a lot of the other things come easy. I think the second thing is we make sure we have the right partners, both in media and sponsors and elsewhere. And I think three, we innovate and change. I think one thing the NFL's taught me is just when you think you're successful, that's when you really need to start looking at things and change again. And so we're going to have a relentless focus on that and innovation, and I can't wait to get started.
And finally, do you play golf? What's your history with the game?
Yeah, I do. I was just asked that. I play golf not very well, but I got gas money in high school by working at the Turn at Congressional Country Club. That's where I had friends who belonged there. That's where I started playing golf in high school. And then played a bit in college. Career and family then got in the way for a very long time. We work hard at the NFL, but then I picked it up in the last decade as my boys have gotten into it, and it's a great way to spend time with them. And I don't plan on playing a lot of golf in this job. I plan on working and moving the tour forward, but I love the game.
Congratulations, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.